This is Matthew Kratter's Bitcoin University. Today I have some amazing news when it comes to Bitcoin adoption. Today we're going to take a break from all of the doom and gloom of the spam wars and the op return wars and focus instead on a really positive development in Bitcoin adoption, and that is Square now rolling out Bitcoin payments to its merchants. Approximately 4 million merchants, which is actually pretty large number when you think of it. It's unclear whether this is just the US or worldwide, but up to 4 million new merchants can now accept Bitcoin payments at their Square point of sale terminals. And instead of paying the standard 1.5% to 3.5% credit card fees that merchants usually have to pay, Square merchants can now pay a 0% fee on Bitcoin payments until 2027. So that's a really good motivation for merchants to start accepting Bitcoin using Square. And in 2027, it's going to move up to just a 1% fee. So that's still a huge savings from the normal 3% fee. It's a huge boost for every business, but I think it'll be especially appreciated by low margin businesses. So if you think about it, if your net margins at your business are 3%, and now you're saving that 3% in credit card processing fees to the extent that people are paying you in Bitcoin and you're accepting it over the Lightning Network using your Square point of sale terminal, if you're now saving that 3% in processing fees, you've essentially just doubled your margins to 6% until 2027. And from a valuation perspective, if you think about that, that means that you also just essentially doubled the value of your business since your profits went up 100%. Now, how does this work? It works. Customers basically will scan a QR code and then they can pay using any Bitcoin Lightning wallet or perhaps on-chain payments as well. I couldn't really tell. So customers pay using Bitcoin, and then the merchant can decide whether to receive that payment as fiat, as US dollars usually, or as Bitcoin. And as Jack points out here, Jack Dorsey points out, our sellers can now receive Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to fiat, fiat to Bitcoin, or fiat to fiat. And so basically they can toggle here and decide whether they want to receive the payments and keep it in Bitcoin or can have it automatically converted to US dollars. As part of this, Jack Dorsey has been asking US senators like Cynthia Lummis to pass a de minimis tax exemption. So essentially, let's say you spend less than $500 or whatever the exemption amount would be, you would not need to pay capital gains taxes on that Bitcoin. So that's obviously very important as well. As we extend it for merchants, we also need to extend the law to make this a little bit easier from a tax perspective. Now, it's very important that people pay using Bitcoin. We've talked about this before, but basically if everyone saves in Bitcoin, but then spends in US dollars and other fiat, which is what most Bitcoiners still do, then Bitcoin will not ultimately succeed because we need more on-chain monetary activity, not spam activity, but actual monetary activity to pay Bitcoin miners and transaction fees as the block subsidy keeps getting cut in half every 4 years. And as the block subsidy trends to zero, the only way miners will get paid is using transaction fees. So it's very important that people are using the base layer and that blocks are full of monetary transactions. We also don't want to have to rely on large Bitcoin to fiat exchanges like Coinbase, for example, in order to use Bitcoin as money, since this means that these large centralized exchanges will become single points of failure that can be used to stop Bitcoin economic activity if the government ever wants to ban it. So we want to do everything we can to help to develop a circular Bitcoin economy before that happens. And here's what that looks like. Eventually, you won't buy Bitcoin. Instead, you'll earn it. And you won't sell your Bitcoin instead you'll spend it on goods and services. If you're finding this video interesting so far, I'll just pause really briefly here to ask you to help to support this channel. Hit the subscribe button. That does really help get the message out. Leave a like, leave a comment, question, suggestion for a future video, and share this video with a friend or family member. So here's what you can do today. If you run a business, you should start accepting Bitcoin as payments, obviously. And also every time you interact now with a merchant that accepts Square, that's using a Square point of sale terminal, whether it's a big business, a small business, a farmer's market business, for example, ask them if you can pay using Bitcoin, because now that they have the ability to accept Bitcoin payments on their side, merchants, I think, just need to see the demand from actual customers so that they're incentivized to actually use these Bitcoin payments. Because if the option is there, if the functionality is there, and no one wants it, there are no Bitcoiners spending their Bitcoin, then obviously merchants are not going to use it. Also, if they're not already aware, be sure to tell the merchant when you talk to them why Bitcoin is such a good money to accept, since it can be hodled, it can be stored and saved without losing its purchasing power, unlike melting ice cubes like the US dollar. So I think accepting Bitcoin for payments, it's really a great way for any company to start building their own strategic Bitcoin reserve. And rather than relying on governments to do this, we should be building our own family strategic Bitcoin reserves and our own business strategic Bitcoin reserves if we own businesses, and thus make their own businesses, when merchants do this and start accepting Bitcoin and hodling Bitcoin as part of their corporate treasuries, it makes their own businesses more robust and able to handle the ups and downs of the economic cycle, as well as the long-term debasement that the US dollar is doomed to experience. So where do you get the Bitcoin to spend with Square merchants? It doesn't have to be from your long-term stash. A lot of people miss this. If you run a small business, for example, again, ask your customers to pay you in Bitcoin. Give them a small discount if they do, maybe 5 or 10% off. And then you can take that same Bitcoin and spend it with a Square merchant. Or consider doing something like spend and replace, as it's called. You could buy $100 worth of Bitcoin at a time, keep it on a mobile wallet on your phone using maybe the Aqua wallet or Strike or Bull Bitcoin or Cash App, obviously, which is the same company as Square. Spend that $100 worth of Bitcoin and then replace it when it runs out. So that's what spend and replace is. I would say that Jack Dorsey has definitely been doing a lot for Bitcoin lately, including investing in ocean mining to help decentralize Bitcoin mining, and then rolling out Bitcoin payments, not just on the customer side with Cash App, you can obviously pay using Bitcoin, but now on the merchant side using Square. So he's almost single-handedly helping Bitcoin mining and helping to grow the circular Bitcoin economy, which is pretty cool to see. Square turning on Bitcoin payments for its merchants is yet another signpost on the road to the global adoption of Bitcoin as money, and not just money for store value, but also the best money in the world for payments. It's also a good reminder of how useless, for example, physical gold is for global payments. And this is the thing, the future of money is digital. It's not going to be shiny yellow rocks. These have a mobility problem, these have a divisibility problem, etc. The future of money is digital. And of course, the future of digital money is Bitcoin, because every other digital money, including fiat and CBDCs, will trend to zero against Bitcoin over time, and this is one way that Bitcoin wins. If you're a business and you want to start accepting Bitcoin payments, I can think of two easy ways to do that. The first one is obviously Square, and I'll put a link to this in the description notes below to teach you how to use Square Bitcoin. Or you could use the company that I use, which is a small Bitcoin startup called Zapright that allows any business to accept Bitcoin payments. If you go to my homepage, my website, bitcoinuniversity.com, you can click right here where it says pay with BTC, and you can see how Zapright works. The only reason I require an email, and it can be a burner email as well, is because I need to be able to send you your username and a password reset link so you can log on. But essentially, this is how Zapright works. You can see down here it says powered by Zapright. So be sure to check out both of these if you own a business and want to learn how to accept Bitcoin as payments. If you want to learn how to pay using Bitcoin, a great mobile wallet is the Aqua wallet. You can just download it to your phone, as well as the Bull Bitcoin wallet, which I have yet to try out, but this has now been rolled out globally. Then, of course, there's Cash App, which is another Block or Jack Dorsey product. And it looks like now there's a Bitcoin map inside of Cash App that will allow you to find all these places, all these Square merchants that accept Bitcoin, which is pretty cool, as well as the Bitcoin map itself. I think these are still separate things, but they will obviously eventually contain the same information. When people say no one accepts Bitcoin, or where can you spend your Bitcoin, you can see, for example, here just in Central America, 2,642 different merchants, then obviously all over United States, South America, Africa, Europe, everywhere in the world, Bitcoin adoption is rapidly spreading. And I'm hopeful we can put the spam war behind us. We can put a possible fork behind us, get this over, and then we can move on to Bitcoin adoption and focusing on rolling out the best money to everyone in the world once we solve our own community problems. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video, and let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.